This has been a rant that I've wanted to make for a while. However, I had to wait for the saga to fully play out. And who knows? This might not be the end. But I thought this was as good a time as ever to not only spread some holiday cheer with some laughter, but finally dog on Best Buy. Because over the last few months, there has been just a complete multitude of things that have gone, that have just, a lot of stupid stuff that's come between me and Best Buy lately, and I wanted to go over that. The first thing that I want to talk about is the situation that happened with my laptop, which I don't think I've talked about too much on the channel yet. But back in, like, I think this was in May, there was an unfortunate flooding incident that damaged my laptop, or at least it seemed like it was going to damage my laptop. Thankfully, nothing immediate though happened with it. And we got the spilled water cup was fine, and everything. I thought I cleaned it up good enough, and it was going to be fine. And then we went about through the summer and everything, but then problems started to creep up. Not too long after. And the problem was that the Y key on my laptop was sticking, and so like every time I would try to search anything up on the internet, type stuff, do whatever, the Y key would just spam across the whole thing, and it was just continuous. Sometimes clicking it again, sometimes clicking the key wouldn't get it to work, but only a little bit, and only like for a very short amount of time. And or like holding the key down, you could hold the backspace key and then type other stuff, but that wouldn't really do anything. So after a little bit of just pain and misery, I decided I'm finally gonna take my laptop to Best Buy, aka also the Geek Squad technically, which is a Best Buy company inside of Best Buy. Clearing that up right now. So I finally decided to take it in and get it looked at. And, there's nobody there, and, walked in, and we love refrigerators, just refrigerators all over the place. I love refrigerators, do all that. But I was waiting for my appointment. And the guy comes up, and I explain my situation to the guy. And he literally takes, I think it was like a flat-headed screwdriver, takes it under the key, flicks it up, plugs it back down, says, good to go. I'm like, okay, that's it? He's like, yeah, if that ever happens again, just do that, and you'll be good to go. I'm like, sweet. It seemed, I should have known at the time that it was going to be too good to be true for that to be the only problem here. And but I thought at the time it was going to be it, so I just carried on, did whatever. And school starts back up, and so I have to use my laptop more often. And it wasn't too long after, about a month into the school year, that the problem arose again. And I was really pissed off because I thought it was over. The problem is not over. So I'm like, shit, I gotta take this thing back into Best Buy and get it fixed again. Going to Best Buy for me, out by the way, is not necessarily the easiest thing to do because we only have two Best Buys near us. They're both on complete opposite ends of town, and they're just super annoying to go into because you walk into a Best Buy. They're one of the last places where they have a guy at the door, and they stand there at the door, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, what are you in for? What can we help you with? You want to buy a phone? 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 Buy a phone?" Like, no, I don't want to buy. I'm not here to buy a new iPhone. I'm not here to buy a $10,000 product from you. I'm here for a pretty obvious reason. You see this? You see the laptop? You see it? Yeah, so that's annoying. But I go in, and I want to get the thing looked at and whatnot. I have to go inside to set up an appointment. Whoa, set up an appointment with the Geek Squad. Whoa, gotta do this all over again. We go to the other Best Buy this time because I didn't want to try the one that I went to the first time because they were fucking annoying and they didn't really care to look at the situation anymore. So I thought maybe the guys on the other side would want to help out. And we go up to the desk and there's nobody there. Absolutely nobody there. And I thought, they could at least, like the Geek Squad people before, could at least, take a look at it and determine if it was going to take longer than they had time for, and if I needed to set up an appointment, or they could just make a quick diagnosis and kind of instruct me on what to do moving forward. They couldn't do that because they said that, oh, we have too many appointments today. We're going to have to just set up one and come back in. I looked over on they had the board thing over there that showed like their upcoming appointments and what times. They didn't have another appointment for 5 fucking hours. Stop lying to me. I can see that you don't have any appointments for 5 fucking hours. What are you doing for 5 hours that you can't take a look at my fucking laptop? We're already here. We already drove here. You don't know where we're coming from. Whatever. So I had to make a freaking appointment. Then I go in for the fucking appointment. They could take a look at it again. And the guy's like... And then at this point, I'm just like, it might just be better off to, get a completely new laptop at this point. I'm just like... Yeah. But I was holding out hope that maybe there was a way to fix the key, and then there wasn't. I went in, the guy looked at it for 2 seconds. He's like, yeah, it's shot. You're better off just buying a whole new laptop. So that's what I did. Got a great deal on it because it was on sale. Bought a new laptop, picked it up. Still have it to this day. It's working great. Wasn't the most ideal situation, but the problem did get resolved. And you know what, at the end of the day, at least I found somebody who was honest. Somebody who wasn't trying to scam me for more money. I'm talking about this last guy. He's like, yeah, it's going to be cheaper for you just get a new laptop. I'm like, all right, cool. Whatever. So that was the end of that saga. This is not the end of this video. We also ended up... Here's a fun fact that many people at Best Buy might not even know. They sell exercise equipment. So, we decided to get an elliptical, which I've been using. I know, I'm slimming down a little bit, as you can see. I've been using it. I've been pumping some iron around here, But anyway, he bought it and it was working fine. And then, but it was making some weird noises, which were a little bit concerning. And then one day the motherfucker just broke. Like one of the pedals just broke off. That's great. That's absolutely not a life-threatening danger or anything like that. So, of course, now we got to go back to Best Buy. And we're just coming off of the laptop situation. So that we're not necessarily on the greatest of terms here. So we have to go there and get everything and everything done. And they have no clue what to do, obviously. They're fucking, brain dead and don't know what the fuck they're doing. So it's just like, okay, well... maybe we'll just have to order some replacement parts and see, because, just putting the pedal back on, no, that didn't do it at all. No, that didn't do anything at all. Even though it's meant to just stay on there. But it doesn't. So, big red flags are popping up all over the place right now. So we get a new waste placement part. Guess what? That doesn't do it either. So my dad's trying to figure out what the fuck's going on with this thing. So he starts taking it apart, trying to, figure out. And we uncovered a lot of dangerous situations that have occurred here. Number one, there were 2 screws missing. There was a 3rd screw that wasn't tightened at all. And there was a washer missing. So yeah, this turns from just a manufacturer error to complete negligence. And honestly, possibly attempted murder on Best Buy's part. How do you miss that? How do you fuck it up that badly? What the fuck? So then we have to... Some of the things just sitting there. We gotta... Then we just called the company straight up and just said, hey, can we just get an exchange? The company who made it. Best Buy didn't make the elliptical. They just house it and sell it. See, and then we finally got an exchange. That took fucking ages. But once that finally came in, then me and my dad just assembled it ourselves. And now it works fine. Complete negligence, though, on Best Buy's part. How the fuck do you mess up that badly? That badly? There was literally an instruction booklet. It wasn't like... And they had the same instruction booklet as we did. And it wasn't like... It was like a super, super crazy, complicated setup process. It was 13 steps. One of them is... Two separate steps were just plugging shit in. What the fuck? And another one just putting the base on the ground. What the fuck? You couldn't have done that correctly? Can you read? Oh, I'm a Best Buy employee. Oh, I can't read. Let's just put together the elliptical without any screws at all. Two other things happened during this whole saga with Best Buy. Number one, we got a new washer and dryer. They said that they could install it for us, and as well as deliver it. So they came out and said, delivered it, but then dropped the bomb that Best Buy corporate had decided to change their policy and not install it, so that they couldn't be held for anything liable. Probably should add that policy onto installing exercise equipment, so you don't kill people. So that cost a lot because, they couldn't install anything and we had to hire a separate person to install it. So that was awesome. And then, had to get a new phone as well. I was showing the phone off, right? It's fun. It's fun. Getting that whole set process was stupid too. Because we had to go in and getting a new phone anywhere is a really asinine process. I think anybody who's done it knows that it's not that easy of a process. It's like buying a new car. It takes fucking forever. They pander you with all this unnecessary bullshit that they want you to buy so they rack up their sales numbers, and they just take forever with it, and for really no damn good reason. And it's just, why? And the only reason we were getting new phones anyways is because we had this big trade-in deal that we wanted to do, which would have saved a ton of money and made it a much more worthwhile upgrade. But Best Buys didn't even know if they carried the deal, even though they are fucking partnered with Verizon. And then, apparently our Verizon accounts were locked, so then we had to get the Best Buy employee to call Verizon's corporate. Motherfucker didn't even know how to fuck do this. He's like, oh, hello, I got a dinghy here. that I need to do to unlock the phone. Oh, can you put this code in? Pointing it at my dad. Put this code in. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, no, it went expired. Can you put the code in again? Oh, yeah, okay, all right, we'll get this done. But those are minor experiences compared to the laptop and elliptical sagas. But it really just has kind of killed my reputation for Best Buy. I mean, 2020, this all happened in 2024. 2024, terrible year for Best Buy, in the Pringleson universe, at least. And going in, I mean, I didn't have, like, the highest thoughts of Best Buy, right? Like, they're fine. I mean, they're the last big box tech chain that survived the great fall of them. And quite frankly, I personally, I'm not going to root for their downfall now, but I do not care as much if they fall now than they, at least more than I did before. When you have mishandle, negligence, laziness, and overall just wanting to squeeze money out of everything, your company's dying. So, great job, Best Buy. I'm trying to come up with a funny slogan, but they don't have a slogan. So I'll come up with them. Best Buy, Best Buy. We don't like buying stuff because we're cheap. That completely overvalidates us. Da-da! I can't wait till we go out of business and we gonna do this all fucking day. We break computers and we kill people and we do all this while not even being able to make a fucking phone call. So 5 hours worth it?